The last two shiurim talked about the world. You couldn't tell. How? I'm not emlich. Midas amalchus. And he connected it to Mokum and Zman. Chaptis that the Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe, in this Shariach V'Emunah has translated for us three of the Shemus: Havaya, Elikim, and Adnai. Havaya creates every second the Ayin Yesh. Elikim conceals, and Adnai conceals to the extent that you have Mokum and Zman and you have Am. Loshen Eimameis, and not Emlich. Dira b'tachtenim. Yichud Tata. Like the Rebbe, Takatru, there's a world. Takatru, there's Tzimtzum. There's Takatru, there's Dira b'tachtenim. But the truth of the matter is that there's after. Even though that Hashem Himself is above time and above space. And we just describe creation as being an area, a domain, where there is Mokum and Zman. So you could say, he's over there and we're over here. That outside the Mokum HaCholol, someplace else, there is L'mayla Me'ah Mokum V'Zman, and here there is Mokum V'Zman. Even though Havaya Hu Elikim and Havaya Hu Adnai, when the Eibishter creates the world from Havaya, since Havaya is a Sfira and Elikim is a Sfira and Adnai is a Sfira, and all the spheres, so the spheres are all one another. Fact of the matter is, Adnai and Elikim are Metamtam Hashem Havaya, which the Rebbe called yesterday Shiluv Adnai B'Havaya. Says the Rebbe, nevertheless, you should know who the Eibishter Havaya Nimtza Gam Lamata is found on here, also b'Mokum Azman, in the time and in the space. There's two diyukim here. One is that since Havaya is found in the time and in the space, the time and space are a bottle, which is a deeper diyuk. Since Havaya is found in the time and the space, the time and space itself are Havaya. Not there's no time and no space. The time itself is Havaya. What's the difference? Homework. The Hainu, in other words, Shemis Yachad Midas Malchus. That is a union between Havaya and Malchus. Which affects the creation of space and time. Which is the lower yichud. The lower yichud doesn't say there is no time and there is no space. The lower yichud says there is time and there is space, and it's one which Havaya. Which the Rebbe calls now Shiluv Havaya be'adnus baruch Hu, that in Adnai, in a world of Mokum and Zman, there's a Gili of Havaya which is higher than Mokum and Zman. I know this means Shemahu Seivatzmu Seiz Baruch, the essence of the Eibush Tanik B'Shemin Seiv Baruch, which is called Ein Sof. In other words, save of Kalalman. And I'm going to say this without being able to corroborate it. We're not talking about Adnai, we're not talking about Elikim, we're not talking about Havaya, we're talking about Save. Eibush himself, Ein Sof. It's Mal, it's called, Lord, it's Mamish, fills up the whole earth, Mamish, Bezmanu Mokum, in time and in space. To the heavens above and on the earth on all four sides. Hakel Mole made in Seiv Baruch Hu. It's all filled with Ein Sof of Seiv of Kalaman, which is higher than Adnai, higher than Elikim, and higher than Havaya. B'Shava Mamish in an equal way Mamish. Kikach Hu, his presence is precisely the same. But it's mitachas in the earth below, Kamei B'Shamayim Imal, as it is in the heavens above, Mamish. Ki Hakel, because everything. Even though on the one hand, the Bechinas Mokum, it looks like it's a thing, but you should know that this Bechinas Mokum is Habotel b'Metzias, it's nullified in its form, Beidin Seiv Baruch Hu, an infinite light of the Eibishter. Hamislabish Bei, which was revealed in it, Take al Yedei Midas Malchusi, through the Midah of the Malchut Eibishter. But Ham Yuchedes Bei is Baruch, it's unified with the Eibishter, and because of this union with the Eibishter, Ein Sof is revealed to him Mamash. Rak, it is only. Shemidas Malchus, he means a tzimtzum v'hester lahasted in Seiv Baruch Hu. Because of Malchus, there is a concealment over the Eibishter, and therefore there's a reality of Zman and Mokum. Hasman v'Mokum, time and space should not become nullified, Mimit Yusuf and the form of the Gami altogether. Because if they would become bottled, then there would no longer be time and space. I feel at the time, even the lower realms. So Adnai facilitates that there should be Mokum and Zman l'gabe Yossi, but l'gabe Ein Sof, which is here, there's no Mokum, there's no Zman. Now this Madrega, Mehusev Atzmusei is Baruch. He calls it Mehusev Atzmusei is Baruch. He calls it Ein Seiv Baruch Hu. Ein Seiv Baruch Hu is the closest Shem Havaya. But L'cha'eder also includes a Madrega of Ein Sof, which is much higher than him. Because now the Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe, is starting to introduce us to a third Achdus. The Achdus of Tzimtzum Shleikib Pshutai. Now remember how I taught it to you. I taught you that it says in Chakira holds Achdus because the tools are manipulated by one boss. Kabbalah holds Achdus because of the Sfiras. There's different Sfiras, But since all the spheres are one with the Eibishter and one with one another, and therefore the world, which is the product of the spheres, is also one. Now we're not going to talk about Malachim, the Chakira Achtos. We're not even going to talk about Tzidus, which is the Kabbalah Achtos. Now we're going to talk Chassidus. And the Chassidus Achtos is, it's not the Pshat we're one because there's one boss. We're one because we are the boss. Tzimtzum Shalekim Shutim. Because Ein Sof is all over. Adnai Taka conceals and creates Mokum and Zman and facilitates Yichud Tatah. Elokim Taka conceals and therefore we see a Metzias of a world. Havaya is creating Ma'ayin Layesh, every Metzias, but Elokus is all over. And we'll do that mitzvah tomorrow.